guy. You single-handedly broke the whole person. Oh! 10K done again. So today's run was actually really good. I forgot to record myself, so I don't have too many clips, but I'm happy that I'm keeping a similar pace every time I'm running, so that's a good start. Great consistency. So for the run, I finally got some running shoes. So yeah, they were some Pumas. They felt really good. And it's my first pair of running shoes. I can really tell the difference between running with basketball shoes and these. Like, there's a lot more comfort, especially for long distance. And the great thing about them was they were reduced from 60 all the way to 25. I think if you go JD Sports and you see them, I would highly recommend. So this is me coming back to film the basketball part of this video. But before I show clips of that, let me introduce you to who I'm interviewing today. I am interviewing an amazing coach and the best shooter Leicester has ever seen. Her name is Cece. She came to Leicester as an international student from Canada and left a positive impact on the basketball here as a coach and an amazing player. She's a two-time MVP, so let's hear about her story.
I have some late.
So Cece, the best shooter in Leicester. Tell us about your journey to basketball. How did you start?
I started late, so I think my first time touching a basketball was grade 9, which is the beginning of high school back in Canada, which is very, very late. Didn't know much of what I was doing, but knew that I liked the sport. And my dad took it upon himself to enter me in all the training possible to play against men in order to get good as fast as possible. So I guess that's how I was able to pick up and do well in a short period of time. And since then, I've just fallen in love with the game, every aspect of it, playing against my age, older, just learning that, and then even getting to the point of coaching now, just always being involved with the game in some way, I would say. It's like where my journey was.
Yeah, I forgot to say Cece's the best coach on campus. But you're from Canada. So what was it like coming to the UK and seeing the ballers? Well, we just like, you come from Canada, America, they're hoopers. So what was it like, the basketball in the UK initially for you?
Honestly, it was not anywhere near the level of basketball that I'm used to playing. Back home, it's very competitive from like elementary school. So you're always in the best facilities possible, playing against the best players possible, training with the best equipment possible. Here, that was not the case. Everything's very recreational and just very easygoing as far as what I'm used to. So, yeah, it's not that great.
And the women's team, the best team on campus, they've got the best chemistry. Would you say it's because you guys are like friends off the court as well, really good? Do you think that helps do you think relationships even start through basketball? And do you think they're stronger because of sports?
Oh, 100%. 100%. A lot of my very close friends that I have to this day, I made through basketball. So girls from my very first basketball team, who I'm still very close friends with now, all the way to this team. I mean, we hang out with each other outside of the sport. We laugh, we joke. And then I think that chemistry just comes onto the court itself. So you could tell that we're all very close and we all love to play each other and just have fun with the game as well. So I would say, yeah, I put basketball and a lot of my friendships in the same category. I would not have like half of the friends I have now if it wasn't for basketball.
And I've spoken previously with you about this. I've going through some injury troubles, and you told me about how you did your ACL, and you've come back to basketball. But how was that like? For me, it's that whole sense of identity gone. Was it similar with you?
Very much so. Yeah. So I tore ACL, MCL, and meniscus in my senior high school game, which took a big toll on me because that was around the time where all my friends were committing to universities. and I got injured right at the beginning of the season. So all of my offers just went right out the window. I would say I had a huge identity crisis. Basketball was all I knew at that point. So I was playing every day, training every day, and all of that. To go from that to doing nothing, not even being able to walk without the crutches, took a big, big toll on my mental health. I remember talking to my dad about not playing anymore and just calling it at that. But that feeling didn't feel right for me. I felt like I had a moment where I realized that I wanted to play the game and end the game on my own terms. And in order for me to do that, I had to recover from this injury and give the game one last try. Yeah. If I knew that I could go out and say goodbye to basketball my way, that's all I had to keep telling myself through the growth process, the surgery, the rehab. That is just the main, the main quote I would be telling myself over and over again was just get better and finish the game on your terms. Yeah.
And that consistency, you've come back better, the women's team is in a high division, you're a key player with this, can't say it enough. You brought so much to Leicester, and, it's so entertaining watching those games. So, the real inspiration being able to come back from that injury and still working hard, and that recovery. So I'll definitely be taking notes and asking for advice.
Anytime. I would just say, if there's one piece of advice I can give you, is don't say goodbye to the game until you're ready. And if that means that you rehab and work as hard as you can to give one last shot at the game, do that. But you're never going to be satisfied unless you say goodbye when you're ready to say goodbye. So yeah.
Thank you, Cece. From the best coach and the best shooter in Leicester, Cece signing out.
What can I say?
This was only one of Cece's amazing performances during her time at Leicester. It was my pleasure knowing her and being able to coach with her in my final year when I was injured. It was a very tough year not being able to play, but she was a really amazing friend and helped me through it, and I've learnt a lot from her, so I'm really appreciative of her. So back to the basketball workout. I was trying some new drills, so you'll probably see me make a lot of mistakes. So for this drill, I'm pounding to the side, then I'm moving the ball to the middle in like what we call in basketball the sham god position, and then on that dribble I'm putting it through my legs. As you can see, I've already messed up here. I'm trying to just get it back into the flow. One thing to add as well, the video that I saw, he was looking down at the ball, but I'm trying to aim to keep my eyes up, trusting the ball and knowing where it's going to go to improve my ball control and also have full eyes on the court. Here you might not be able to see, but I'm trying to pound it a bit harder and faster to, dribble a bit under pressure and with faster movements in case the defender is reaching. Here's me trying to learn it on the other side. It's my weekend, so I usually make a lot more mistakes. But it's all about the growth. You see here, I finally got it down, I think, with my right hand. I'm still kind of looking down a bit because I'm not trusting where it goes. It wouldn't be a UK basketball court without a football interrupting you. But now with my right, I'm able to look up and dribble it, so that's good. I've moved on to some little tap dribbles. So this one, you're trying to do like through the legs, but just using one hand. And I realized it looks harder than it looks when you're trying to like keep your head up because you can't see the ball. Here I'm starting to get it, but I'm still looking down a bit. The trust isn't there with the hand. Here I had a good streak, but I knew the football was coming from the other side, so yeah. Here I've got it, but I'm just looking down, but just to see what it looks like, how you go tween, but through the legs, just continuously. I I only did dribbling today because I forgot my basketball shoes, but it somehow still tired me out. Now here, I'm able to look up when I'm dribbling. I even learned how to do it with the other hand, so that was good, yeah. So this is definitely a drill I'm gonna keep trying to do. I need to get better at this. Here, I'm trying to do through the legs crosses, a bit like a lunge, while tapping the ground.
I can't take cup and tea.
Here I'm doing behind the backs at 3 different levels, so a high one, a medium one, then a low one. Here, I'm using the behind the back to open up my body as if I'm going one way and then snatching it the other way. So here, I'm doing a 2 dribble through the legs and then I'm going to touch the ground as well. Unfortunately, that training was cut short because of this. So yeah, it was really nice the guys let me train on that side, but I let them have full court. But yeah, I think a very good day, you know, was able to do some drills even if I didn't have the shoes. So yeah, back at it next time.